Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katursky, along with ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett, and ABC News contributor and former FBI special agent in charge Richard Frankel for more on this. Richard, how concerned are you that there could be copycat attacks on FBI agents or offices after this standoff, particularly with the Justice Department getting ready to release this search warrant?
I'm definitely concerned. Whenever this happens, you're always worried about the copycat. One, because there are people who are like-minded and don't follow the rule of law. And then two, you have these people who actually become more violent and more active in their desire to cause violence because they've seen that somebody was successful in the sense of getting on TV and that somebody was able to breach FBI security and get the nail gun in there. You know, I'm worried, and I'm sure the FBI offices across the country are taking steps to harden their targets more in the next days and weeks.
Aaron, Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee are requesting more information on the Mar-a-Lago search from the Department of Justice, particularly what the exact national security threat was that the department was concerned about. Is that a possibility, and what impact could that have?
In theory, it may be possible to get a briefing from the Justice Department, but I would not expect the Justice Department to simply release more information, especially if, as ABC News has learned, that this all has to do with documents related with national security implications, classified at the highest levels. I can't imagine the Justice Department is going to be terribly willing to talk about that, at least not publicly, maybe in private to lawmakers if they request that kind of briefing. But we have learned, Diane, that the material the FBI was seeking during its search on Monday related to national security and was classified at the highest level, such that it's only available to a select number of individuals with the highest level security clearance. Our friends at the Washington Post have reported that this has to do with nuclear weapons, and while ABC News has not been able to independently confirm it, it would give you a window into the sense of urgency the FBI must have had when it went into Mar-a-Lago on Monday.
Now, Brad, Republicans also are demanding information about how the Department of Justice got their information that led to this search warrant. So we heard them mention an informant, a possible informant at Mar-a-Lago. What do we know about that?
Well, we don't know it specifically, but logically it makes sense. There's always an issue with search warrants called staleness, which means the information you have is not current. It was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And judges don't like that because they don't know what the circumstances are today. And so the idea that someone inside was telling them, A, what was there and where it was in the president's office, in a safe, some other part of his house, and that they should go to those areas. That would be ideal. Typically take this out of Mr. Trump. I've used sources like this before. To be in houses, what guns do they have? What are they talking about? Things that would be helpful if, in fact, A, you're going to go arrest them, and from a safety standpoint, and of course from a destruction of illegal whatever it might be.
Now, Aaron, as you mentioned, the Washington Post is reporting that, among other things, agents were looking for classified documents related to nuclear weapons. Now, we have not confirmed that independently, but if that is true, how significant is that?
Well, what else could there possibly be of a more urgent concern than the country's nuclear secrets, if in fact that's what the material the FBI was seeking was? And it does raise a host of other questions. Why was the material at the president's residence to begin with? Who may have helped him bring it there? Did the president even know? On his social media platform, he denied possessing that kind of information. But if it was there, as the FBI seems to have suspected, and that's what sent them in there on Monday morning and kept them there for the better part of the day, how did it get there? And what interest might there be in having it there and then who, as you were discussing with Brad, may have known about it such that they could help the FBI suss it out. So there are still a number of questions now that I think only deepen with this revelation that this may have been related to nuclear secrets. But as it is, ABC News has confirmed, Diane, that we know this was national security related and classified to the highest level.
So, Richard, when can we expect this warrant to be released now, and what are you looking out for when it is?
I think it's going to be released later today. That's my understanding. And what I'm looking for is, as Brad said, a little bit of, is the warrant, was there any staleness? In other words, when was the information gathered that indicated that you have evidence at a certain location? Because that's what the search warrant has to say. It has to say there's evidence of a crime and it's at a particular location. So I would want to see that. I want to see as much as we can about the information as to who determined that evidence was there. And then I'd also want to see what was actually collected by the FBI. And again, that is probably going to be redacted to some degree.
All right, Aaron Katursky, Richard Frankel, Brad Garrett, thank you all.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.